trial on sex
Morning, everybody.
charges. Maxwell's team says a psychologist who examined her does not think she would harm herself. The FBI raided a Florida art museum and seized more than 24 paintings attributed to artist Jean Michael Baptiste following questions about their authenticity. For USA Radio News, I'm Ellie Andrews.
The opinions expressed on this program are those of the host and do not express the views of WVVF ownership.
No stop sign over there.
Palm Talk Radio. Content aired on all programs are those
Play it
of the
after.
host and their guests.
Shouldn't forget that. That's on the log. Whatever. Sunday morning.
Aren't you like looking at it?
I do, yeah. I look at it.
Thank God I'm here to remind you of these things, huh?
Yes. I look at it, yes.
It's important to
I
play
do
that.
look at it. It is important to play that.
Do you play that on
I gotta-
Saturday? Do you play that on Saturday?
No, I gotta talk to Chris about that.
Why?
Because I would like to start playing it on Saturday. Like, this Saturday. This upcoming Saturday. I'd like to play it. So I gotta text Chris this week and ask him if that's okay.
It's not on the log, huh?
To put it, it's not on the log, no. I just want to make sure it's okay to do that.
Right.
And put it on the log, and then it'll be uniform. And all the broadcast days will start with this.
Does
It
Chris,
should.
Does Chris start with that?
Yeah.
Oh,
And
nice.
it should
Yeah.
start with that.
What about Ron? Does he start with it?
Yeah. It's during the week.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. All right. 270 enter.
Hey, Joey, what's happening?
I love it.
I love this intro.
Love
Yeah.
this.
And surrounding towns. It's time for the Middleboro Week in Review with your host, Joey Driscoll. Stay tuned for news, Middleboro news, here on AM 1530 WVBF. Hey, Joey, what's happening?
Good morning, everybody. As we are starting here today's show, it is the 26th, and I'm gonna put the mic volume up here for Dawn, and I'm gonna say good morning, Dawn. How are you this morning?
Good morning, Joey. How you doing?
Good. Before we start with all the stuff that we have to do today, which is a lot.
A lot of stuff to do.
A lot of stuff to do today, yes. It is the week before July 4th, the last Middleboro review in the month of June, the first Middleboro in review in summer, so happy summer, everybody. I want to give a quick shout out to Chachi LaPret. Me and Dawn attended the Maybe I'm Amazed Paul McCartney 80th celebration event that took place in Arlington.
At the Regent
at the
Theater.
Regent.
Yeah, it's a great place.
It was hosted by Chachi LaPret and Eric Tavares. So I want to just say thank you to Chachi for inviting us to that event. It was a really fun event. A lot of rare Paul McCartney related films were shown, and it was a fun night of Paul McCartney related stuff.
What I liked about it is just they come on stage after they do the clip and they talk about it.
Yes.
They really get down to the nuts and bolts of it all, as far as the timeline and what was on the band's mind and whatnot. And what really struck me is that technically I think Chachi, they both said that their last live concert was at Candlestick Park in 1966 in San Francisco.
Yeah.
And I just can't imagine the screaming fans, all the girls just losing it.
They showed the clip where
Losing
they
it. I mean, like almost to to a point where it was almost dangerous for those people. They had to leave in like an armored truck.
Yeah, they showed the clip where where the Beatles had to leave in the Loomis truck.
Right, armored truck, right.
Yeah.
And it was funny, too, because Chachi brought this up, or maybe Eric did, but when they left, it was all color, and then when they left, it was black and white.
Yeah.
So it's just like little oddities like that is just like pointing out, is like, yeah, I see that and whatnot. But my proudest moment is when he did a shout out to you. Okay,
He did,
and he mentioned that he was on the air last Sunday, called in for only the hour.
Yeah.
And I think Chachi's just a class act. He invited us at second row. Got to meet him. Got a good picture of Joey and Chachi. But Eric was really good too. He's a film historian, and he put all that together. And
Yeah, and he's worked on some pretty big projects related
Right.
to the Beatles.
oh yeah,
as
and
well, so.
he's been around too. And he's
very
worked on Top of the Pops for a couple of years. I briefly got a chance to talk to him as we left this, the event last week. But
Yep.
but there's one thing that Chachi never forgets is he mentioned everybody. Everybody who was working in the theater. He mentioned everyone's names.
Yeah.
So appreciative, so nice, and that's why he's successful. That's why, because he's kind to people. He's a really, really good human being, in my opinion. I mean, he's just a good person to talk to, friendly. You don't get that with a lot of people. And he's a celebrity. He's well known. He's worldwide well known.
Yeah.
Worldwide.
Yeah.
So all I can say is thank you, Chachi, for calling in, and hopefully you'll come see us here at 14 Church Green.
14 Church Green, yep.
And invite him to the plush 27th century.
23rd, I think. It's
No,
the 22nd.
Well, I think Barry keeps it up.
Does it keep changing?
Yeah, well, Barry keeps
23rd or
changing.
22nd.
Anyway, so what was his spiel yesterday, Barry, when he started his show? I mean, was it the 27th century or?
No, I don't think he mentioned any century.
No?
I don't think he did.
So your
I
intro,
don't remember.
was your intro as long and like a delicate and
Barry always does great intros.
for you?
For me, yeah. Barry, if you're
Awesome.
listening, Barry,
I listen to that. Yeah.
Barry, if you're listening, I appreciate
Yeah,
that.
I appreciate it too, Barry, because it just boosts you a little bit. It's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
that shows a portion of appreciation and respect.
Yeah,
And that's
Yep.
that's lacking these days. Most around these days, and when you have that, and you have a tight little family, especially in the little radio station community, we all here. I think it's great, and I think it's a warm feeling. But thank you to Chachi for inviting us out to the
Absolutely,
Regent Theater in Arlington, and he's got something coming up in October that's gonna be John Lennon's birthday celebration.
Yes, he does.
And I wanted to, before we got to the weather, there's always two camps with the Beatles. All right,
Yep.
There's always two camps. There's the McCartney people, and there's the Lennon people. And I was at my brother's last night. We're hanging out over a cheeseburger. Okay.
Yep.
And he's McCartney doesn't understand John, and then I'm a John guy because my friend Scott Mullen was the Beatles guy, and he was Lennon, and being friends with him for, through your childhood, teenage, and through most of your adult life. You have a tendency of getting to know a little John Lennon. And he liked John Lennon a lot. And the Beatles, of course, too. And plus, Paul McCartney, Ringo Starr, and everybody. Even got my taste of the fifth Beatle there, So
There's a lot of great material in
Billy
all
Preston.
in all four camps.
Billy Preston.
And also with Billy Preston and any other member of the Beatles. And also there is a lot of great stuff that George Martin did.
There's a lot of good memories for people. And for a historian like Chachi to know every nook and cranny, I mean, it's like I said to him last week, I believe I said to him, but it's like a labor of love. It's passion. It's and you only want to do a better job, and you only want to make the audience more. You want to do better for the audience, and it's just it's like you never plateau. You never plateau. You never make it to the top because there's always more to learn. There's always more. So it's it was a really good time. I liked it. It was a ride, but
I mean, if you take a deep dive into George Martin's work on production of albums, he's worked with America. He's worked with UFO. I did mention one time on the air. He worked with UFO, their 8th album. It came out in 1982. He did produce that. Several bands. He's worked with a lot of people.
Right. And that presentation on Thursday was really good. It's the way they presented it. They do a clip, they come out, and they talk about it. And like I said earlier when we came on, I said they really got the nuts and bolts of it. They really put it together, and it was a really enjoyable show. I was just floored for the 2 hours.
Yeah.
I was attentive for the 2 hours, and the second floor in the second row seats really helped out too.
It was fun. It was
popcorn and soda pop at an old theater on a Thursday night, nice June night. What's not to like?
Absolutely. So 7. It's 6:16 somewhere, but not here.
Yeah.
It is 7:16 in Taunton, Massachusetts, here at 14 Church Green.
In the center of the universe.
Yeah,
you have to.
Center of the universe, exactly.
Doesn't get any better
Center
than
of the universe, exactly. 100%. So I get my weather up here. Want to mention that this upcoming week, next weekend actually, is the 4th of July coming up. So we have a lot going on in Middleboro. The carnival in Middleboro is coming up on the 30th to the 4th. There will be fireworks on at least one of the days. There'll be fireworks. There'll be a lot of great rides. We talked about a little bit about that on Thursday. So definitely go out to the carnival this upcoming couple of days, the 30th to the 4th of July. So that's coming up in just a few days. Also coming up, there'll be several different things for July. The Oliver Estate will open its doors for tours through mid-August, twice a week, I believe. That'll be through mid-August. We had Karen Foy on Thursday.
Well, a while.
Yes,
half an hour.
There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on there. There is the Soul Homestead concerts. There is the Town Hall concerts coming up as well. That's usually after the 4th. Those take place, the Town Hall concerts. So those are coming up really quickly. So I think the first one will be in just a few weeks from now. Soul Homestead, there's one a month that takes place. There was this past week a drive-in, I think it was on Friday. There was a drive-in theater type event at, I believe it was Pierce Playground. There was a movie shown, a lot of great times there. There is the summer program that takes place at Pierce Playground. I believe that's coming up in just a few days as well. That's coming up. The town pool opens on July the 5th. And I could go on and on. A lot of great things coming up in Middleboro here really right now. Like I said, on Thursday, there is a deluge of events from really beginning of January to the end of the year. They just keep coming, the events in Middleboro. So a lot of great things to do over the next 5 months in Middleboro. All right, weather real quick before we take a commercial break. And when we come back from our commercial break, we are going to do a music recommendation segment. We usually do that every couple of weeks when something piques our interest that we want to mention to the listeners, a piece of music that piques our interest, and we want to recommend that to the listeners. We'll do that every couple of weeks or so. All right, weather. In Taunton, 66 degrees. It says it's foggy. I'm just going to say it's sunny. It's not foggy outside at all.
In Taunton?
Yeah, I don't know why it says it's foggy, but that's what it says. It is sunny outside of our 14 Church Green Studios, Taunton Federal Credit Union Studios. 66 degrees, a high of 91 today. Very warm day today. So make sure if you're outside for long periods of time, plenty of water, plenty of sunscreen. It's going to be a hot one today. 65 degrees tonight. It might be a little uncomfortable sleeping, maybe. I don't know, depending on the humidity. But usually right around 65 is the where it starts to get uncomfortable when it comes to sleeping at night. Tomorrow, Monday, 77 degrees, so it'll cool down quite a bit because it'll be raining outside. Rain in the forecast. 55 degrees on Monday night. In Driscoll, North Dakota, 48 degrees currently. That's quite a difference. 74 for the high today. It's, again, quite a difference. No rain in the forecast I'm looking at for this week in Driscoll, North Dakota. Very good weather. Middleboro, it also says it's foggy outside, which is not true. It is going to be 90 today, a high of 66, not a high of 66, 66 degrees currently, a high of 90 today, 64 for the low tonight. And in Driscoll, Texas, 76 degrees, sunny outside, and a high of 97 today. Mid 90s to upper 90s most of the week in Driscoll, Texas, and there will be rain Tuesday through Thursday this week in Driscoll, Texas. So a lot going on. Still kind of above average. Well, I wouldn't say now it's July, so I would say that's pretty normal. When it comes to Driscoll, Texas, that kind of temperature, but it was for a time in a lot of the like Texas area, Oklahoma area. It was above average weather temperatures,
Which is a little early too. I mean, not really June, I guess. I mean, we've had some hot days, but yesterday was pretty hot. I was working outside all day.
It's going to be probably going to be hot again today. So
just,
again. If you're outside for a long period of time, water and sunscreen. And if you need to go inside, definitely do so. If you need to go inside for a few minutes, get some air, get some cold air, definitely do so. It's very important.
One thing I can't do is if I'm working, like I was working outside all day yesterday. And one thing I cannot do, and I've never been able to do this because it just makes me feel crappy, is to go into like an AC environment for a break. So you take a coffee break and you go into, and then you have to go back out to the hot environment. That's just, I don't understand people who do that. I could not do that. You just soldier through it and finish out and get a nice shower and then that's what I did. I worked all day, took a shower, and then I hopped in my truck and took a ride.
Okay.
So that works for me, but it's just
well, everyone is different. So.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, I've tried that once, and I didn't like it.
All right.
So whatever works for you, I guess, to keep cool.
Yeah, absolutely. 7:24. We're gonna take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we will have our music recommendations, and we'll also have some other things to talk about on the show. Not a lot of sports. I might do a brief sports thing today. But not a lot of sports going on except for the Stanley Cup, and I will talk a little bit about that later on in the show. But we'll have that. We'll just have a lot of interesting topics to talk about. We'll talk about blood drives as well. The month of July has a lot of blood drives coming up, so want to keep everyone informed about that. So, all right, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back here on Middleboro in Review for the 26th of June, 2022, here on WVB at 1530 AM and 99.7 FM. Okay. Perfect, and perfect. Good. mentioned this before. I think I've mentioned No Sugar Tonight before, actually, on here.
United States Armed Forces who ride motorcycles as a hobby. Our mission is to support those who
Sugar
are
Tonight, Mother Nature.
Our focus
I think I've mentioned this song before. I remember doing it.
What?
No Sugar Tonight, New Mother Nature.
Really?
I think we did it before.
Oh.
Cause I've played it before.
You just want to do you just want to do the one song?
I mean, I could do it again.
Yeah, do it again.
It's no big deal. I can do it again.
I think there's one guy out there with
Probably,
a chalkboard.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Probably.
You know, it's like, you know, he did that,
Probably.
back
This
in
one
the
guy.
day.
This
He
one
did
guy,
that-
yeah.
He did that April 9th. Where is that?
Yeah.
I don't think you have it. I don't
No.
think you have anyone with a chalkboard.
No, I don't think
Write
so.
stuff
I
down.
don't think so either.
You know?
No, we'll do it again.
Alright.
I know you're gonna do the Paul McCartney song.
No, I'm gonna do the Dire Straits.
Oh no, okay.
Yeah,
Alright.
the Dire Straits.
Information on health, legal, and lifestyle issues that affect you and your family. It's fascinating, fast-paced, and fun as we explore
Fast-paced
all
and
aspects
fun.
of the Medicare maze. So join me.
It is fascinating.
Is it? Good show?
It's a fascinating show.
Yeah.
Sunday mornings at 9.
Fast
So
paced.
it's the
It
same-
is fast paced. She does do fast paced.
How many channels does she have now?
BBF, your hometown radio station.
I don't know. She's syndicated.
Oh.
I'm not sure. She's syndicated. She's out of the Aloha state.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Quality collision repair and complete auto service for your car. They are a direct repair shop for all major insurance companies. You should reach them at 508-583-1495. They're open Monday through Thursday, 8 to 4 on
I gotta shoot down and
Call them today.
get Tom. He's gotta pick up his excavator in Bridgewater, so I'll shoot him up there, then I'll be back. All right. I was hoping if Grandpa's up for it, we're gonna take him out for a ride and get him an ice cream cone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's get him out if we can. If
we can, yeah.
Let's get him out for a ride.
Absolutely.
Get fresh air. He's gonna get out. See what he looks like when he gets home. See, I get some dinner too.
I was going to shout out Life Care Center of Raynham, but I don't think I can do that because they're not a sponsor.
Yeah, don't. I don't think it's our personal business. You know what I mean? I don't think. Everyone has their own problems.
Exactly.
You know.
All right. Let me see here. What we got?
You go first.
Okie doke. All right, as I pot down the music here, we're back. We're back. Me and Dawn are back for our what?
After our commercials.
Yes, we're back here on our second.
Aren't they great? Aren't they great commercials?
They are good. They are good commercials.
Aren't they
Yes.
good?
Yeah, they're very good commercials.
Yeah.
So, all right. Lost my train of thought for a second.
Not good.
So we're back for our second segment here on Middleboro Review. It is the 26th of June, 2022. I want to mention real quick. It's been a couple weeks since I did this. Ways to listen to us, really quick. The two most important ways, of course, 1530 AM, 99.7 FM. So definitely tune in on the radio. Other ways to listen to us if you do not have a radio readily available, or if you're out of the listening area, tune in. WVBF 1530 on TuneIn. You can listen to us there. I believe the TuneIn is back, so that's a good thing. That it is back. That's another option for you to listen to us. Another option is online Radio Box, and there are actually several different websites. Streama, the list goes on when it comes to ways to listen to us online as well. So also, we have the Audio Now number, 605-562-7958. That is another way to listen to us if you don't have... if you don't want to do the internet or radio. If you want to do the Audio Now number, that's another way to listen to us as well. So plenty of ways to listen to us here on WVBF. After us, we have the Bread of Life program with Pastor Vancross. 8:30 is the Rosary. 9 o'clock is Medicare Moment with Martha. 9:30 is Keys of the Kingdom. 10 o'clock, All on God with Edna Isaac. And the 9:30 program is hosted, is done usually by Naomi Burton, Pastor Naomi Burton. Sometimes there are different voices there, different people who do it, but it is mostly hosted by Naomi Burton. The 11 o'clock program, Musical Odyssey with Ed Sutka. That is on from 11 to 12. 12 to 2 is Sounds of the Emerald Isle with Jim Larkin. 2 to 3 is Stand Up Strong with Ed Miller and Bishop Tony Branch. All right, so that is it for that programming. Note, again, a lot of great programming here on WVBF on a Sunday, the 26th, 2022. All right, our music recommendations for today. I'm going to go first. My music recommendation is by Canadian rock band. It is a melody by Canadian rock band, the Guess Who. And quick little fact about the Guess Who. Out of the ashes of the Guess Who came another band. And that band was Bachman Turner Overdrive. So that is a little bit of a interesting fact there. Some of the members of the Guess Who ended up starting Bachman Turner Overdrive, and Bachman Turner Overdrive is another huge Canadian rock band as well. So a lot of great music to listen to from these guys, these individuals. So the song I want to mention, actually it's a 2-in-1. No Sugar Tonight / New Mother Nature. It's kind of a 2-in-1 kind of deal. Released March 1970. The A-side to this single, sorry about that, single, is American Woman, and it's from the album American Woman. So the A-side, so this was a B-side, this particular song. The A-side to it, of course, American Woman, the title track of the album that came out in 1970. Just a really good song by a great band. Don, your music recommendation.
My music recommendation is from Dire Straits. And everyone knows this song. I think everyone in the world knows this song. Sultans of Swing. It was released in UK in May of '78 and in the United States January of 1979. So anybody who was listening to rock and roll stations at that time, that was a brand new song to pop on the charts. And boy, if you were listening and you were up there listening, you just got blown away by Mark Knopfler's picking, man. Oh my God! He just picks. He's insane. Mark Knopfler is unbelievable. He's such an underrated guitarist.
Yeah.
My friend Billy from Pennsylvania, he's really got me into some Mark Knopfler. You gotta try it. He's right. I mean, this is the popular song that came out, and I never get sick of listening to it. It's just one of those songs that I could never get sick of listening to it. It's just so much playing. He picks away during the song, during the singing, and then he has the guitar solo, and then he sings to the end, and he has another little guitar solo. It's a really great song. It's just the picking. It's just he doesn't stop. He's a player, and I really enjoy listening to it. It's sort of a long song. I'm not sure how long it is.
5 minutes or so.
It's like 5 minutes, but it's a long song.
Yeah, for the time.
Yeah,
Yes.
but I mean, it's just, oh my god.
Well, no,
Yeah, I got it right here. 5 minutes.
not
5
for the
minutes.
time.
5 minutes 47 seconds. Get it right here.
There were longer songs.
Yeah,
in 1970.
78.
Child.
79. Yeah.
No.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
That's
There
when I
were
came up.
longer songs in the 70s.
Right.
Deep Purple's "Child in Time" comes to mind. That was a 10-minute song.
and on the B side, Eastbound Train, it was a live track that otherwise only appeared on Live at the Hope and Anchor Front Row Festival. So anybody who's a Dire Straits fan probably knows that album.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope I got that right. I'm sure Billy knows. But no, that's just we listen to those songs on the way. We got a 4-song ride from house in Thompson Street to here at the studio.
Yeah, and the other song we listened to, just real quick as another one, is Paul McCartney, Wings, 1945 is the name of the song, correct?
99 or something. If Chachi's listening, he's like, Joey, do your homework.
I took a look at it briefly. It was the first time I heard the song.
A great song.
It's the first time I've heard the song.
You know?
I mean, I know some of that album, Band on the Run. I know some of that album. The title track. There's some other really good songs on that album. But that was the first time I heard that particular song.
It's got the
this
piano during it, and then it has that long outro at the end. If I pronounce it right, but no, that's a really good song, and it's funny we mentioned Wings. So on that presentation with Chachi on Thursday, one of the clips was I forgot the name of the school, but Paul went back to his childhood school in Liverpool.
Yep.
And
did a free concert.
Did a free concert with all the kids, and little to be known, that was the last time that Wings played.
Yes.
That was it.
Yeah, it was
because he a few weeks, I think a month later,
he got busted in Tokyo.
Yeah, he had his problems in Tokyo.
And
then I don't know, and then I think after that, Tug of War came out, I believe in '81, and it was just a whole different concept. But that was it for Wings, which is, and like we said at the beginning of the show, this footage no one's ever seen before. So this was all hidden footage, and Eric mentioned that how he came up. It was really fascinating how Eric, came about these films.
Yeah.
Because he's saying sometimes you buy stuff and it is nothing. You know, you get something or you acquire something and it's from like a network and it's all commercials.
Mm-hmm.
So you sit through a million commercials and there's no footage.
Yeah.
But he said he found something that a friend of him gave, and he said that he just put it aside. He wasn't thinking. He think it was going to be a big disappointment, and I think it was that Shea Stadium concert that they had. I think it was run by through ABC, and it was, like I said, it was just footage that, it was different angles, different shots, and anything new you could see.
Yeah.
For footage is what people want because people are always looking for more. You don't want to plateau.
No,
you never plateau.
Exactly.
So it's interesting how that all came. But when it comes to music, me and Joey are pretty passionate when it comes to music, and
yeah, absolutely.
We like it all. And
as our favorite bassist likes to say, music is the healer, and it absolutely is.
Yep, it is the healer because it can get you through a lot. It can get you out of a tough bind sometimes.
Yeah,
It's emotional, so it does work. It makes you smile, gets your blood pumping, it's really good.
Yeah.
And,
all right. Before we take a commercial break, we got about 5 minutes. So, I want to do our Massachusetts towns that are celebrating major milestones. So I did this on Thursday. I think it was 2 weeks ago. We're on the letter L now. So I don't think I did it on a Sunday, because last Sunday I believe we had a guest. So
we did have a
guest. So yes,
we
had Chachi.
We had a guest.
We had a guest. So I haven't done done it on this show. What I strive to do is I do it on both shows. So we're on the letter L.
So, did you do it on the other show?
I did it on the other show, yes.
What, last week?
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
So we're taking a 2-week hiatus here on the letter L.
Well, yes, on the letter L. So the first one we have, incorporated, and this is another town. There's a few towns that have exact dates, and this is one of them. Lee, October 21st, 1777, a town in Berkshire County, Massachusetts. It is a part of the Pittsfield, Massachusetts Metropolitan Statistical Area. Population 5,788 at the 2020 census. Lee, which includes the villages of South and East Lee, is a part of the Berkshires resort area. And in the autumn of 1786, during Shays' Rebellion, about 250 followers of Daniel Shays encountered state troops commanded by General John Patterson near East Lee. The Shayites paraded a fake cannon crafted by from a yarn beam, and the troops fled. Early industries that included in Lee: agriculture, lumbering, and lime making. Abundant streams and rivers provided water power for mills that produced textiles and wire. Quick thoughts about that, Don.
When I worked for this trucking company from 2009 to 2013, I used to do auto part runs from Norton to Schenectady, New York at night. And every time you go through Lee, you're right about the limestone, because they have a big limestone mine. I think right when you pass, I'm pretty sure it's right before you get to the last service area heading west. So that's the last gas. Last gas. Below it, if you want to get gas in Massachusetts, you want to wait, because you don't have a rest area for another 30 miles west of Albany.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you're right about the limestone, and yeah, it's Lee's nice. I've always loved going out to the Berkshires. The Berkshires is a special place in my heart. The mountains aren't huge, but I'll tell you one thing about the weather pattern, especially on the Mass Pike. So for such a small mountain range, it has the most unpredictable weather. It really does.
Yeah.
You head up, especially when I was doing the driving. I never really had much experience driving the 53-foot trailers. So, you get a little seat time in, they call it seat time. Because I'm used to oil trucks, I'm used to dump trucks, triaxles, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And even, moving excavators with tag trailers. And I've driven some dump trailers, but this is not a local situation. But this is highway driving. But and I was working the weekends. I think I was doing a Saturday night. I swear to God, from 2009 to 2010, it snowed every weekend. And I had to deal, baptism by fire, I had to deal with how to drive in that.
Yeah.
And a lot of times you weren't too heavy. You're pretty light. A lot. They call them PDQs.
Yeah.
And they're like overnight deliveries. And you might have 6 or 7 pallets. And your total gross weight on the trailer might only be like 3,000 pounds, which isn't nothing. Mm-hmm. It's just, it's the volume. It's more the volume. 6 pallets takes half a trailer up, because, they're full-size pallets. But I really got to know that weather pattern. And going up that Blandford Hill, heading west, it's a 7-mile hill. And when you summit, you come to this rest area. You can get off, and then it's all downhill from there. But you got a runaway truck ramp on the east side of that blend. So what's that tell you?
Yeah. All right, second one we have, incorporated in 1774, Leverett. Leverett, a town in Franklin County, population of 1,865. The first non-indigenous settlement was established in 1750, and settlers officially petitioned Sunderland to become their own town in 1774. The town was named after John Leverett, the 20th governor of the Massachusetts Bay Colony. In 1985, a Buddhist monastic order called the Niponzian Myoji erected a large monument in Leverett. This structure, known as the New England Peace Pagoda, is considered the first of its kind in North America. very interesting tidbit there about Leverett. Quick thoughts, Don.
I have no clue where this town is. I've never heard of it. I can't believe I've never heard. Where's the other town you said
The town
connected to?
had
No, you said it was you mentioned another
Sunderland.
town.
Sunderland.
I've heard of Sunderland, and I'm kind of figuring out where that is.
Yeah.
Franklin County, if I'm thinking right, that is a little east of Adams, maybe a couple clicks over. But I've never heard that town before, ever.
Our next one, incorporated in 1826, Lowell. And I believe this was incorporated in 1826 as a town, not a city. A city in Massachusetts in the United States. Lowell is one of the 2 traditional seats in the Middlesex County, with an estimated population of 115,554 in 2020. It was the fifth most populous city in Massachusetts as of the last census. Incorporated in 1826 to serve as a mill town, Lowell was named after Francis Cabot Lowell, a local figure in the Industrial Revolution. This city became known as the cradle of the North American Industrial Revolution because of its textile mills and factories. Many of Lowell's historic manufacturing sites were later preserved by the National Park Service to create Lowell's National Historic Park. During the Cambodian Genocide, 1975 to 1979, the city took an influx of refugees, leading to a Cambodia town and America's second largest Cambodian American population. Also in Lowell, used to be one of the Red Sox affiliates as well, the Lowell Spinners. Unfortunately, as of I believe 2019, they're no longer playing, but that's also another fact as well. And also, Don just gave me this: U.S. Streetcar Systems, Massachusetts, Lowell. Lowell National Historic Park began operation in 1984, 1 route mile. There are several stops with this streetcar. It runs daily from March to November.
Yeah, it's an operational streetcar in the city center. So that's something that's pretty cool, because back in the day, back in the 20s and 30s, every city had streetcars.
Yeah.
It was everywhere. You can jump on a trolley or a streetcar and go anywhere you want to go. And I really think that's something that should really come back. It's just quick transportation to get people around. So then I don't know. It's just like if you have business like on the other side of the downtown, you can take a bus or you can hop in your vehicle and be part of the problem as far as the traffic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the streetcars. I mean, they got to make it a little smarter. They got to get them like off the beaten path, and even a lot of towns have their own bus routes, dedicated bus routes during certain times.
Yeah.
So they're trying, but just trying to get people on public transportation. But it has to. People have to like it, I guess.
All right, one more we have real quick before we take a commercial break is August 23rd of 1775. Ludlow was incorporated. Ludlow is a New England town in Hampton County. Population of 21,002 as of the 2020 census. The indigenous people along the Chicopee River, including modern-day Ludlow, were the Algonquin people, though records are incomplete. And for much of its early history, the town was agrarian, and many of Ludlow's street names are derived from the names of farming families. Chapin Street, Miller Street, Alden Street, and Fuller Street as examples. Ludlow was home to many sawmills and grist mills, utilizing power from several sources of water nearby: the Chicopee River, Broad Brook, Higher Brook, Stony Brook, and Before the Civil War, the town began to develop into a mill town. This included manufacturing of glass bottles by the many glassware companies, including John Sykes. So that is That is L. That is the letter L today for towns. Ludlow is our last one.
I know what Ludlow is. A little west of east of Springfield. A lot of industrial companies in Ludlow. You can see it. A lot of factories. You can see it from the Mass Pike side anyway. So it's pretty much those businesses are pretty much on the Chicopee River.
Yeah.
So it is an industrial area for the Springfield area. But yeah, there's a Mass Pike goes right through it, and there's a service area. Used to have a Roy Rogers. I'm not sure if it's still there anymore, but that was one of the places you stop and got what you needed to get there.
Okay. Real quick, I just want to wish both the Lightning and the Avalanche well in Game 6. Game 6 is tonight in Tampa. Tampa beat the Colorado Avalanche in Game 5 in Colorado to force a Game 6. So tonight is another game. Colorado could close it out tonight, or Tampa could force a Game 7. I really do not know what's going to happen there. We'll see. All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break here on Middleboro Review on WVBF 1530 AM and 99.7 FM, and we'll be right back. All right, blood drives next.
Yeah.
I'm going to do blood drives, and then I
Today
will...
histories.
Blood drives, I'm going to quickly tease the Quabbin Reservoir
You gotta be careful. That clock's not.
Yeah, I know. I got to quickly tease...
Yeah, no. We're doing that next week?
We're going to do that next week.
All right, you want to
I'm going to tease that, though, for
My
next
phone?
week. I'm going to... What?
My phone.
I'm going to do that next week. I'm going to tease that for next week. Okay,
Yeah, that'd be good.
3, 1.
I got my COVID-19 vaccination, and here's why. This isn't about gimmicks or sentiment or what commercial I like. This is about facts. COVID-19 vaccines are safe and effective. Millions of doses have already been given in the United States, and these vaccines have the most intensive safety monitoring in U.S. history. If you need more information, use a reliable source like the CDC website, and get the facts.
Help protect your whole family by getting everyone vaccinated. Vaccines are now available for individuals 6 months of age and older. The COVID-19 vaccine has been shown to be safe, effective, and protective against serious illness. Talk to your child's doctor about COVID-19 vaccines or search vaxfinder.mass.gov for vaccination appointments.
St. Vincent de Paul of Sacred Heart Church in Middleboro serves the residents of the towns of Middleboro, Lakeville, Carver, and Rochester. Our base of operations is in the lower level of the parish hall on Oak Street, directly across the street from Sacred Heart Church in downtown Middleboro. At this time, we serve approximately 500 families.
I gotta, for July, I'm gonna try to see if I can get an update on the Quincy Bus Depot project there.
Last time I drove by, it's just an empty lot.
Oh, really? They're not doing anything?
Well, no, they're doing the base and stuff. They got to demo the old building and
Yeah.
get rid of all that crap. So I think 2 weeks ago.
We'll wait a week. We'll wait a couple weeks.
Yeah.
We'll do it in July sometime.
Yeah, whatever. I'll make that mental note to drive by it when I'm down that area.
Yeah, just next time you drive by it, let me know what's going on, and then I'll do an update. Or we'll do an update on a future Sunday show, maybe late July or early August.
Our mission is to support.
Give them some time to do some more stuff.
Our focus is to help.
I'm sure there's plenty going on
Provide a warm meal,
right now.
clothing, shelter, and
I mean, the construction season, it's got a few more months. I'm sure they'll be doing stuff in the winter if they have to.
Oh yeah, they'll work the around on that project. Sure.
Yeah.
With several serving in combat areas now.
But I mean, we still got plenty of. I mean, they're probably gonna be. It looks like they got the grounds done, and they probably pouring the foundations, and
Yeah.
then the steel will come in. They'll probably get the steel done by the end of October.
Huh.
You know what I mean? They might have it buttoned up by the end of October, but who knows?
You can join or support. Please visit cvma2-2.org.
Williams Trading Post, serving the residents of Middleboro since 1949, is the perfect place to get a gift for a
Wednesday last day?
I think it's the 3rd. I'll take a quick look at that when we get off the air. I think it's the 3rd.
I'll look now. Maybe you can mention something.
I think it's the 3rd.
Thursday through Sunday, 9 to 5. Visit them at 556 Wareham Street or call 508-947-1598.
Okay. And we're back here on Middleboro in review as I turn the music down there. There we go. All right. Good. Phone back up, and Don will look at me when he's ready to talk.
yeah.
Well, okay. I'll put your mic up now.
Yes.
I know you're on your phone for a second looking.
No,
something
I'm just
up.
looking something up, but I'm not sure.
All right.
Lucky.
Blood drives real quick. Friday, July 8th, 2022, at the Town Hall of Halifax, 499 Plymouth Street in Halifax, 9 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. July 13th, Knights of Columbus, 91 South Street, Kingston, Massachusetts, 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. July the 19th at the Rosebrook Event Center, 50 Rosebrook Place, number 1. Which indicates to me there's probably 2 buildings or multiple buildings. I've never been to the Rosebrook Event Center. Dawn, have you? I'm not sure. Yeah, but it is in Wareham. The Rosebrook Event Center, 50 Rosebrook Place, number 1. That is July 19th in Wareham, 1 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. Tuesday, July 26th, 2022, Coanut Community Health Center, 5 Wally Kruger Way, Bridgewater, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. All right, those are the blood drives for July. Don, you were looking something up for me?
No.
You couldn't find it?
I couldn't find it.
Okay, well...
you may maybe mention it next week.
Well, I'll mention it next week. It has to do with Williams Trading Post.
Yeah,
their end of the season is coming up.
Right.
I'm not exactly sure what day, but it is coming up in about a week or so.
Yeah.
Their last day of the season. So
I think it's right before...
it's right before the 4th of July.
I'm thinking maybe next Sunday might be their last day. I mean, we'll double check.
It's right before the 4th of July, so we'll mention that next Sunday.
So if you're looking for anything, any plans...
if you're looking for anything,
antiques,
definitely do it this week.
Definitely pay them a visit down the
Pay them a visit this week.
They've been a great sponsor for this is the fourth time,
Yeah.
So, I mean, we really appreciate them sponsoring the show. Everyone's down there is great. Go see Martha. She'll hook you up with anything you need as far as information about plants and flowers and whatever they got going. So that's a great place. Antiques, want to get some antiques. They got some pretty cool antiques there too. So if you want to go looking around, it's good to hang out and just check it out and mill around and see what they got.
All right, 7:58. We have 2 minutes here. Our today in history is 1843. The Treaty of Nan King comes into effect. Hong Kong Island is ceded to the British in perpetuity. 1934. United States President Franklin Delano Roosevelt signs the Federal Credit Union Act, which establishes credit unions. And we are sitting inside a credit union, so wanted to
right down the hall.
Wanted to do that history.
Right down the hall.
Yes, right down the hall. 1974, the Universal Product Code is scanned for the first time to sell a package of Wrigley chewing gum at the Marsh Supermarket in Troy, Ohio. In 1977, Elvis Presley held his final concert in Indianapolis, Indiana, at Market Square Arena, and he would pass away just a few months after that.
I think he passed away in August.
Yep, he passed away just a few months after that. Birthdays, 1955, Mick Jones, English singer-songwriter and guitarist. 1974, Derek Jeter, played with the Yankees. 1992, Jeanette McCurdy, American actress and singer-songwriter, 1/3 of the famous iCarly gang on the iCarly show.
That was a great show.
It was a good show.
Nice, wholesome show.
Yes, and also a part of the Disney Nickelodeon network, as well as Ariana Grande, and her birthday is today, 1993. She's an American singer-songwriter, dancer, and actress. And passing away on this day is Beth Chapman, American reality television star, the wife of bounty hunter Dwayne Chapman. Another fantastic show. I believe it was on A&E back in the day, or True Network.
I want to mention something about Elvis's last concert real quick.
Yep.
20 seconds here. I watched that. They have that on YouTube, or I've watched it. And it's kind of surreal when he leaves for the last time off the stage. They show him going through the back room and just getting swooped off in his car, or his Cadillac, or whatever he was driving. That's just knowing that he's never going to perform again. No, it's just knowing that's it for the Elvis, for the king of rock and roll. It's kind of heartbreaking in a way to watch, knowing that was it.
And he was gone 2 months later.
In the last song, a couple songs he did, and then he was done. He died in August.
Yeah.
So.
All right, it is 8:01. We're gonna go to the top of the hour news. We're gonna do Bread of Life coming up. So stay tuned. We'll be back next week. Bye-bye, everybody.
Have a great week. Good show.
Thank you.
Anybody checking us out today?
Bye-bye, everybody.